You know, I have a soft spot for weird tech, the stuff that makes you go, wait, what is that? But today, I think we found the final boss of weird phones. This is the Uni Titan 2, and it feels like it fell through a wormhole from an alternate universe where BlackBerries never went away. Just look at this thing. It's a square metal and leather smartphone, complete with a physical keyboard and not one but two touchscreens. So let's get the obvious out of the way. This is not your sleek, minimalist glass slab. The Titan 2 is an absolute unit. It's chunky, weighing in at a hefty 235 grams and measuring 10.8 millimeters thick. But you know what? It doesn't feel cheap. It feels substantial, premium even. The combination of cold metal and the textured leather back gives it a really unique, industrial yet classy vibe. It's a statement piece, a conversation starter, and it feels incredibly solid in the hand. You could probably use this thing for self-defense, though I don't recommend it. Now let's talk about these screens. The main display is a 4.5-inch IPS panel, but it's completely square. The resolution is 1440 by 1440, running at 60 Hz. At first glance, it's just bizarre. You wonder how apps will look, how you'll watch videos. But honestly, for most things like browsing, email, and social media, it's surprisingly functional. The extra width makes reading text a real pleasure. Of course, watching a 16:9 YouTube video on it is an experience with massive black bars, but that's not what this phone is for. Then you flip it over and there's a second screen. It's a 2-inch circular display on the back, perfect for checking notifications, controlling music, or even displaying custom watch faces. It's a clever way to add glanceable info without waking up the main screen. But the real star of the show, the reason you'd even consider a phone like this, is the keyboard. Oh, this keyboard. It's a full 4-row QWERTY keyboard, and it is glorious. The keys are backlit, they have this incredibly satisfying clicky tactile feedback, and it just transports you back to a different era of mobile tech. If you spent your formative years typing out messages on a BlackBerry, this will feel like coming home. But it's not just for nostalgia. This keyboard is fully programmable. You can set up to 1,000 different shortcuts. Long press a key, short press a key, combine it with a function key. The possibilities are endless. You can launch apps, trigger actions, or type out entire phrases with a single press. For productivity nerds, this is an absolute dream come true. So what's powering this strange beast? It's running Android 15, which is great to see. Inside, it's got a MediaTek Dimensity 735G processor, paired with a very generous 12 gigabytes of RAM and up to 512 gigs of storage. For day-to-day tasks, email, web browsing, messaging, juggling multiple apps, it's perfectly fine. The performance is smooth, and I haven't noticed any major lag. However, this is not a gaming phone. Firing up a graphically intensive game is possible, but the square screen and mid-range chip mean it's not an ideal experience. But again, you're not buying this for gaming. Now, every phone has a weakness, and for the Uni Titan 2, it's definitely the cameras. On paper, it sounds okay. A 50-megapixel main sensor, an 8-megapixel telephoto, and a 32-megapixel selfie camera. In reality, the photos are mediocre. In good lighting, you can get a usable shot for social media, but as soon as the light gets tricky, they fall apart pretty quickly. The colors are a bit washed out, and the detail just isn't there compared to even budget phones from mainstream brands. It's a functional camera system, but it's clearly not the focus here. But here's where it wins back major points. The battery life. This phone has a massive 5.50mAh battery. Combined with the power-efficient chip and the smaller main screen, the endurance is phenomenal. I was easily getting 2, sometimes even 3 full days of moderate use on a single charge. This is a phone you just don't have to worry about. When you do finally need to plug it in, it supports 33-watt fast charging, which gets it topped up reasonably quickly. So who is this phone for? At a price of around $220, the Uni Titan 2 is one of the most interesting budget devices I've ever tested. It is unapologetically niche. It's for the tinkerer, the writer, the productivity enthusiast who misses the tactile feel of a real keyboard. It's for the person who wants a phone that doesn't look and feel like every other phone on the market. It's strange, it's nostalgic, and in its own weird way, it's kind of brilliant. It's not perfect by any means. The cameras are a letdown and the shape takes getting used to. But in a world of boring glass rectangles, the Uni Titan 2 dares to be different. And for that alone, it's earned my respect and is absolutely worth a look. What do you guys think? Is this beautiful or just plain weird? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more weird tech, and I'll catch you in the next one.